International Day of Families, as founded by the United Nations (UN) in 1994, is observed every May 15th to honor the importance of families. Families, both traditional and non-traditional, are the foundation of society. Families are diverse and complex and perpetually evolving as people adapt and react to ever-changing contexts and trends. In recent years, the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs (UNDESA), which leads International Day of Families observances, has focused on key mega trends that affect families and family life around the world. Demographic change, international migration and urbanization, climate change, and technology change. Let's focus on the new technology. Atlantic Television Network went around to find out how this technology has affected families.
Oh, very well. Very, very well. But I'm going to respond to this from two perspectives. Technology, or new technology to be specific, has affected my family at nuclear level. That is when it comes to myself, my wife, and my children. And that extended family aspect, it has equally provided a platform for us to get more united even without the stress of traveling home. So, you know, without fear of contradiction, new technology has assisted in our bonding. It has succeeded in getting us more united as a family. And don't forget that in Africa, we cherish extended family. And believe you me that new technology has currently provided a formidable vehicle, to promoting this ideology.
Okay, I would say, technology has its own positive impact, negative impact. In terms of the positive impact, I would say that technology has made life easy for us. We have phones, we can call, we have our smartphones, we have our laptops, we have technology has made life easy. And on the other hand, you see, I would say the same smartphone that has made life easy as also it also has a negative impact in what way. Now, mostly, we find ourselves youth, family members who are so glued to our phone. We want to be on Instagram, we want to be on WhatsApp, we want to be on social media, limiting the interaction within siblings. You can see siblings that will still be on the same WhatsApp and on the same social media and they won't interact. But you just see them viewing each other's status, you see us viewing, watching different kind of thing on Instagram, and it has really affected us in a kind of way that we tend to copy things outside more than the values we get at home. You see so many people from families that they are well mannered, well cultured, but they tend not to listen to that, they tend not to heed to that, they tend to accept more what is outside. And how do they get to know those things? As it's through technology, through our smartphones, we can see what's happening in the US, we can see what's happening in Dubai, you can see, and we tend to copy those things. For example, now all this sagging, we see things like lesbianism, homosexuality, different kind of thing. It's through the smartphones, although they happen around us, but more are things you see on social media.
It affected them because my children started knowing things that they're not supposed to know at the time. So they started knowing them because of technology. But the words I, particularly as a parent, always do, I do guide them, especially this phone. Yeah. I bought phone for many of them. Each time I want to check into your phone, I will ask you about the phone. I don't like if you put any security code on the phone, you should be aware of it.
Yes, I am a man that loves spending quality time with my family, and nothing affects that time that has been allotted to my family. I ensure that I keep time, irrespective of my official assignment, that I must be with my family. And when we are together, we are always down to earth. We play, I play with your mother and the children. And when it comes to that level, that time of, that relationship, age is like put aside, and we all become so natural in our communication models. Everybody feel free to express his or herself, and you see the joy of family when we operate at that level.
How I spend time with my family. The truth is, we are all busy, especially in Lagos. When you have to go to work very early in the morning and come back late at night due to traffic, and most times you tend not even seeing till you have to sleep the following day again. But most times it's just weekend and Saturdays. For some of us that are not working on Saturdays and on Sunday weekend, we have time to talk with each other about. It's not like when there was no phone. Even when you're at home on Saturday, that time you want to check the latest updates, you want to see what's happening on Twitter, you want to see different kind of things. So the time you spend talking to your brother or your siblings is just really it's limited compared to then when there was no phone. So you just know when you're inside, you're with your family, but you can be inside with your siblings and still not talk to each other. You're just on your phone. You can be on your phone from morning till night.
Yeah, sometimes due to the nature of my job, but it's free time and stay with them. I do monitor other things they do, on their attitude, even the way they interact with me, and other things I need to ask them about.
Yeah. Before now, I have heard people, ask similar question, especially in my, previous interviews as a media professional. But people keep saying that new media and the new technologies have done more harm than good to family unity. But to me, I view that argument as erroneous. The reason is simple. There's no difference between my being home now and being being in the office. Well, at intervals, I link up with my wife. At intervals, I talk to my kids. Thanks to who? New media or the new technology. But before now, when there was nothing like a social media, Facebook, GSM, and whatever, once you go, till you come back, there won't be that avenue to express your love, your affection to your family members. So the new technology vis-a-vis the social media has assisted me in enjoying my relationship with my entire family. So it has equally assisted in no small ways to helping us be in contact with each other at every particular point in time. Yes and no. I subscribe to children still in junior secondary to having a phone that has no internet facility. A phone that is targeted at just call and receive. No provision for Facebook, Twitter, and what have you. Whether we like it or not, looking at the state of the country, there is a high degree of insecurity. And we have equally as parents heightened the level of our security concerns. So at intervals, we need to keep tab, we need to keep in touch of where our children are. So we need to communicate with them. So what I'm saying in effect is that we should, make available to them, these people that are underage, phone that we can use to reach out to them and not for them to browse. Then for those that are necessary, maybe for the sake, for assignment sake, project and whatever, you give them the opportunity to, have access to phones that are internet enabled. But at the same time, you caution them. You tell them the negative implication of visiting sites, that are immoral, sites that can get them derailed or defocused from their, objective in life. That is on the one hand. And viewed differently, I strongly believe that, we are the first, we the parents are the first uh, new technology that they look at. It's not the church, it's not the school, it's not the society, it's not even new technology that will shape the character of your children. You are the first teacher as a parent. You are the first leader. You are the first religious leader. They are keeping in touch. They are watching. I mean, your children. The stations, even looking at the normal or the regular conventional television, they look at the stations you watch. They look at, whenever you are pressing your phone, you may think that they are not looking. They look at, what you do with your phone. And before you know it, they told that part. So if, like now at home, whenever I'm online, I roll from one newspaper, site to another. And my daughter and my, son, they have no other option than to follow suit. And even it has gotten to a level that they go ahead of me, to look at those sites and, furnish you with the newspaper headline for the day. So we have a role to play. We are not going to, while we give it to them, we are not going to advise alone, but we teach them through our actions and inactions. That's the most effective way of getting them, under control and making them see or explore the most effective importance of the new technology.
Okay, I'm glad for the unity, for the gift of our family, because, like me now, say my siblings are not together, but we don't really talk often because of the responsibilities. Every day working, everyone busy, but time to time we still chat. Hello sis, what's up? Hello bro, what's up? I'm fine. We tend to, like, for example, now with our siblings are not here with us, they are far away. Technology has made it easy that we don't need to travel to where they are. You can just a phone call can you can reach to that person. Even a video call self can help you see that person and make you feel much alive with that person.
Simple. The buck stops at the doorstep of the parents. Most of us, in our quest for wealth, has abandoned our primary responsibility, which is to take effective control and training of our children. You can imagine what happens to a family whereby at exactly 5 a.m. or quarter to 5, the father disappears to Lekki, the mother to Apapa till 11 p.m. And these people have unhindered access to new technologies. Yes, in as much as it is important for us to be economically empowered, we should equally learn that the virtue must lie at the middle. What I'm saying in effect is that we should be able to create effective time to monitor our children. We cannot control it without being available. No human being has succeeded through e-training. You can't be in the office from morning till evening talking to your children. As soon as you drop the phone, that thing that you advise them not to do is what they will go ahead and do. Do you get it? And it's simple. It did not start with them. Like Robert Greene once noted in his book, 48 Laws of Power, he said that whatever that is hated by nature is most loved by men. So that is why you see the commandment of God will tell you, don't commit this. And immediately you cast a glance at that, your conscience will go and tell you, go and try that. So at times we speak directly and our children interpret it the other way. So our training of the training of our children shouldn't stop at talking. We must be available to monitor and enforce. To make friends with their children. Until they operate at this level, solving the problem currently posed by new technology is going to be difficult. This is my personal opinion anyway.
From all of us at Atlantic Television Network, we say Happy International Families Day to all families across the world.